YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again with another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Archive 81. Now, I already watched the whole series. They have a complete series. Season 1 is out on Netflix. It's 8 episodes long, and so yeah, I was told about this series, and when I looked up the the summary, for what it was going to be about, I was like, all right, man, this has a lot of stuff that I like, and I need to watch it, So I just I put it on, and it just I got wrapped into it, man, and I ended up watching like all the episodes in like a day. Like I remember the first day I watched it, I watched the first episode and I had like 17 minutes left and I didn't finish it. The next day, I watched up to episode 6, and then like that same day / night, like around 3 o'clock or something like that, I watched the last 2 episodes, 7 and 8. So yeah, man, this is one of those shows that they got on Netflix where it's like it's so good and you really want to know what's going on to where you end up watching it all. I remember the same thing happens to me for Lock and Key season 1, and that's a show that was by Netflix. So they have the times when they be doing it real big, and this is one of them. So like I said, I watched it all. I would have liked to have done episode by episode, but this was one that I couldn't wait on. I needed to watch them all, and I wasn't gonna be able to do all the videos, what I'm saying, like that. So I just watched it all, and then I'll give you my the premise, 3 favorite scenes in the grave for the whole season. So this show is basically about a cult, all right, and they believe that there's another world within our world, and that world is ruled by a demon / god, right? And that if they were to bring that demon / god to the world that they're in, it would rid the world of the stuff that we go through, war, famine, stuff like that, whatever, right? Now, I gotta start not even from where they lay off the beginning, but I gotta go back in order to explain everything, right? So there was a lady named Iris Voss, right? Now she she inherited a book, and she inherited the occult ways that she found. Her and her 2 other brothers, they inherited that from their father. I believe it was that their father tried to do the same thing, but he wasn't able to do it exactly. So her, her learning all that stuff and her upbringing, her having her brothers and them being interested in it and wanting to do it as well, they made a plan to actually make it happen. And so they do that, and but it doesn't work the way that they want it to exactly, per se. And then we go to modern times. Well, 1994 it was, and there was a guy named Samuel, and he ended up finding the book, and he ended up continuing the ways of that cult, and he wanted to do the same thing. He wanted to bring that god / demon into this realm, and whatever. So but that's what happens, right? Now he successfully does it, but he doesn't necessarily do what he wanted to do as well. Like when Iris did it, she got sucked into the other world, but she was honestly trying to pull that deity out, but she got sucked into the other world, and then everybody else that was around died because the fire had happened. When Samuel did it, he and Melody got sucked into that world, and they were stuck there. But the others, like, you know, the place didn't burn down. But actually, no. Yeah, when he did it as well, those two got sucked in. Melody and Samuel got sucked in, and the place burnt down. Right. But still, every time they do it, they don't do what they wanted to do, which is to bring that deity to our world. So there's a guy named Dan Turner, and he is a he works like with videotapes and like audio tapes and stuff like that. He restores them, and so eventually a guy by the name of hold on a second. Yeah, a guy by the name of Virgil. He ends up hiring him and tells him, "Hey, I got these set of tapes that I want you to actually restore. And after you restore them, I'll give you $100,000, and you go about your way, and, you know, whatever it may be." Now, Dan does take this job, and while he is doing his job, he ends up finding out a lot of things that he knew this girl, Melody, that his father knew this girl, Melody, and that's a big thing because his father is deceased. So, you know, I'm trying to tell you the premise without giving everything away, because I would much rather people definitely go see this show. But yeah, so, you know, he ends up finding things out while he's doing the tapes, and eventually it gets to the point where he knows that he can reach Melody, and he's trying to free her. And so that's all I'm gonna say for the story. So, you know, I'm not gonna spoil everything at all. But that's it. So you got a cult that was like, I think in the like 1924 or 1944, that tried to open up this other world within this world and bring this deity to us. Instead, they got sucked in. They did it again in 1994. Different people in the cult this time. Open up the door to the other world, try to bring the deity out. Those two get sucked in, and then that's it. So they fell. And then, like I said, you have somebody named Virgil hiring this guy named Dan to restore these tapes, because on the tapes you find out exactly what happened at the Visor Apartments. So hopefully that's good enough explanation to you guys. But I mean, man, yeah, this show is full of a lot. I mean, it's got cults, it's got a like demon and god, you got witches, you got magic in there, you got sacrifice in there, you got time, kind of time travel, you got other worlds. So, you know, it has a lot within it. But man, I thought this show was excellent, man. I'm hoping that we get a season 2. I know that this has been received very well, you know, around the world, because it's number 1 on Netflix right now. So it'd be a fool not to make a number 2, or season 2, you know. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna get into for the story. 3 of my favorite scenes would be, this may be out of order, so, you know, whatever. But there is at the Visor Apartments, Melody ends up getting this reading at this party from this lady. I forgot her name, but it goes crazy, like crazy, and then the lady freaking just scratches all of that off and scratches all of this off and scratches all of that. I was like, bro, it was blood just pouring out. I was like, yo, this is crazy, scary, and disgusting. That was one of my favorite scenes for this season. Another one of my favorite scenes would be when you see that deity kind of come out of the TV trying to get Dan. That was pretty crazy. Reminded me a little bit of The Ring, but scarier because I'd rather not deal with that than The Ring girl, you know. And then I'd say like my third favorite scene, it would honestly have to be when they save Melody, and that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. I don't, because I don't want to spoil it too much with what I'm saying for my favorite scenes. And if I say exactly what I want to say, then I think it'll spoil it a lot. But when they save Melody, that'd be my third favorite scene. So if you've seen this show, you've seen these episodes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you haven't seen it, get a little bit of it, and then you go watch it. You know what I'm saying? So this to me, man, this series was a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Like when you have a show that you just have to watch, you have to watch it. It's nothing like that, bro. It's nothing like that. Because even movies aren't that long. You know, you may want to, I gotta watch this movie. You watch it, it's over. That's it. When you got TV series like this and each episode is like 40, 50 minutes, man, you know, that's a different story right there, man. But yeah, dude, this show was awesome. This show was brilliant. This show was great. I give it a 10 out of 10 for this season. I suggest everybody go see this. Well, it depends on how you are as a person. But if you like, you know, certain things that I mentioned earlier, you should definitely check this out, man. It'll definitely be worth the watch. And I promise you probably watch it in like 1 or 2 days, bro. Like, to be honest, like, I don't know. But, yeah, man, if you guys saw this series, let me know what you guys thought about it. You know, do you think we're going to get a season 2? Did you like all the episodes in season 1? Did you feel like it was like some of the episodes were too slow or not enough happened? Did you like the whole atmosphere that they created? Because there was an atmosphere for the show, bro, and it is pretty trippy, bro. Like for real. But yeah, man, just let me know how you guys felt about this series for the first season. Always remember to like, subscribe, and share. This is Q's Insight. I am Cali, and until next time.